here. There we go. Hi, I'm Allison Kinnear. And I know I said I wasn't going to do a Facebook Live today, but you know what? I just got talking to a bunch of really amazing parents at Microsoft, and I thought, screw it, I need to get on here and just talk about like the only thing you need to know about parenting through this pandemic. First of all, here's it feels audacious to even say that there's only one thing that you need to know because our situations can be so very different. The thing that one person is struggling with is wildly different than the thing another person is struggling yet with, and yet we are all struggling. So we can't necessarily be like, well, I guess I'm not struggling as much as the other person is struggling. It's like, yeah, that may be true. There may be different levels of grief and loss and despair and pain and suffering that we are all experiencing. And yet, there's plenty of pain and suffering and despair for all of us to that's being served to us. So whether you have a buffet of it or you have a sandwich of it, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to start cursing here in a moment because here's the thing. We're all having to live with the shit of the pandemic. So whether it's the shit buffet or it is the shit sandwich or the shit salad, whether it's an appetizer or the whole darn meal, we're all still dealing with the shit of the pandemic, right? And so the only thing that we need to know is that if we are going to take care of our children, if we are going to take care of our parents, of our friends, of our loved ones, the only thing you need to know is that we, as much as I would rather take care of my children and my husband and all of the other people around me, I cannot sufficiently, efficiently, fully take care of them until I have taken care of myself. And I know it sounds super cliche and kind of annoying because it's so cliche, but the fact of the matter is that we cannot pour from that empty cup as much as we want to. And so it doesn't, self care and taking care of ourselves, it does not look like a manicure and pedicure. It does not look like a 1 hour massage. It might. But what it really, really looks like at the end of the day is what are you doing to care for yourself? What are you doing to care for your pain? What are you doing to care for your suffering? What are you doing to care for your grief? What are you doing to care for your anger? What are you doing to care for your frustration? Because when we don't care for our grief, our pain, our suffering, our frustration, guess what? We put it on others. There is a reason why the phrase hurt people exists. Because when we are hurt, we don't know what to do with that hurt. And it's so uncomfortable. And instead of caring for our hurt, we hurt others, intentionally or unintentionally. You'll see your kids doing this. I had to tell my kids, my son was jealous over something that my daughter had this morning. My daughter lost her tooth last night. And he was super jealous that he got a little, that his sister got something that he didn't get. And as a result, he was angry at my husband. He was angry at me. He was angry at his sister. He was angry at everyone. And I was like, I hear that your jealousy, that you're feeling jealous. I see that you're feeling jealous. You want something that your sister got, and you're wanting that yourself. But you're taking that jealousy and that anger that you feel, because jealousy brings anger, and you're putting it on me, you're putting it on your dad, you're putting it on your sister, and you're putting it on everyone else. But what I'm not seeing you do is take care of that jealousy. How are you going to take care of your anger? How are you going to take care of your jealousy? How are you going to take care of your frustration? Our children do this all the time, and guess what? We do it all the time. And it's like, The reason why, if you spot it, you got it, right? I could spot it in my son because I've got it. When I am feeling anger and frustration and out of control and helpless about things, that's when I start getting yelly with my kids and my dog. That's when I start getting snappy with everyone. It's because I'm not caring for my anger well. So, the one main thing, the hardest thing, the easiest thing, the only thing you need to know about this whole pandemic is what are you going to do to take care of yourself so you can take care of the people around you? That's it. So that's what I got for you. I know I said I wasn't jumping on living and learning, but you know what? Here I am. Life for me, just so you can know, we are still 2 weeks away from closing on our house. And so life is still bumpy. It's still bumpy. And so sometimes there are things that I feel like I can push through and I can do it. And there are times when I'm like, you know what? If that one thing happens, then game over. And so this is the thing that we're always having to do as parents, right? There's always these trade-offs. There's always these times when we're like, actually no, we've got this. Actually no, we don't. And so I'm trying to have a lot of grace with myself so that I can have a lot of grace with my kids and the other people in my life who sometimes they're showing up in like really strong, powerful ways, and sometimes they're not. And when I can have grace with myself about that, I can have grace with them around that. Whew. Wishing you a wonderful week. If any of you are here from Microsoft that saw me speak earlier today, welcome. So honored to speak to these women in computer science engineering and all the parents involved. It's such an honor. And I don't curse during those talks. I leave that for you. I leave that for you at home on Facebook Live. Anyway, wishing you a wonderful week. I will see you next week, hopefully. Take care. Bye-bye.